Hello friends, welcome back to my beautiful gardening life, and I'm Nancy. Today I just did some plant transfers from the main pots which were just growing or sharing space with another pot. Now this is some variety of fern that I've been growing for the last 6 months in a pot of Plumeria or the champa plant. And I find it very difficult to fertilize this plant because I feel the fertilizers may be too strong for this fern that has been growing alongside of it. And so I've decided to remove it from that pot and give it a separate space. So today's video is all about transferring 2 of these variety of ferns that I have to separate pots and the kind of soil that I am using for the new pots. This is my Alocasia zebrina that has been growing in one corner of my garden, and again it is sharing space with this maiden fern which is comfortably doing well, but I also want to shift zebrina to a new pot. So to start with that process I have to shift this one off. So I'm going to shift this one as well to a new pot. It's a beautiful fern. Truly enjoying that spot in the corner of my garden, and now I'm transferring it. Getting rid or getting it off from this poly bag was very difficult because the soil is really hard. So with a lot of effort I did try to remove it. Yes, and after a lot of hustle, this is how I got it out, and this is how it looks. I got a very good root system of this plant, so I think it will not be a problem when I transfer it to a new pot. My maidenhair fern has also given out very good roots, so getting it off was much easier because it was in a very loamy soil. So as I show you the plant, let me quickly tell you what kind of sunlight they are used to. Now maiden fern of mine gets the morning indirect sunlight for 2 hours completely and only morning sunlight, whereas my other fern from the Plumeria, it gets only the afternoon indirect sunlight. Okay, so this is a soil mix that I have used. 4 components to make a very rich soil for it. I have taken garden soil, I have taken vermicompost, I have taken river sand, and I have taken coco peat. Each of it play a very important role, but having coco peat is required because of the moisture requirement. Second thing is, ferns love a very rich organic soil, so adding vermicompost is a very good option. If you want to add any other compost material, see that it's completely dried off, and use that in the soil. But having coco peat and having organic matter in the soil is most important when you're constructing the soil for this ferns. Actually, for any fern for that matter, they require these 2 ingredients as most importantly to form part of the soil. The proportions that I have used for making this soil mix is equal proportion, so all 4 ingredients are taken in equal proportion and it makes a very well draining soil. Next part is with regards to its watering. Now since I have just transferred it, I have completely watered them till water drips out from the drainage hole. After that I'm keeping them in shade for at least 2 days, and then I'm going to transfer them to their regular spot. The next watering will happen only after the topmost layer, at least to the inch, is dry, and then I'm going to water. Ferns love moisture, they like to be in a moist soil, but that mustn't motivate you to water them continuously. Avoid overwatering, because if you overwater, there are chances that the leaves will fall off and slowly the plant may die due to overwatering. Hope you liked this video. Hope you liked the transplanting that I have done of these 2 beautiful ferns. If you like it, please do hit a like, and if you're new, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I see you again. Bye.